a low-hanging branch to see if he could spot it from above. Suddenly, he heard a tiny, snuffling sound. He stopped, his heart doing a little thump-thump. Peeking around a thick, mossy tree trunk, he saw a small, fluffy creature with big, round eyes and a twitching nose. It was a wobble hog, known for being a bit grumpy and always looking for acorns. This wobble hog, however, looked very sad. Its little snout was drooping, and its eyes were watery. "Oh dear," Barnaby whispered. "Are you all right, little wobble hog?" The wobble hog just let out a mournful sniffle. Barnaby sat down gently. "What's wrong?" he asked kindly. The wobble hog pointed a tiny paw to a small, empty patch of ground. My favorite acorn." It rolled away down the river. It squeaked, its voice small and wobbly. Barnaby felt a pang of sympathy. He knew how important a favorite acorn could be. Then, an idea sparked in his mind. Maybe the Giggle Blossom could help. He stood up. "Don't worry, wobble hog. I'm looking for something very special. If I find it, I bet you'll feel much better." He continued his search, now with a new purpose. He searched and searched, his eyes scanning every nook and cranny. Just as he was about to give up, near a patch of sunshine filtering through the leaves, he saw it. There, peeking out from under a bright green leaf, was a tiny, shimmering flower with petals that looked like spun sunlight, and from its center, a little poof of glittery, invisible air gently floated upwards. "A Giggle Blossom!" Barnaby exclaimed, his own face breaking into a wide smile. He carefully picked the flower and brought it over to the sad wobble hog. "Here," he said, holding it gently. "Take a little breath of this." The wobble hog, curious despite its sadness, took a tiny sniff, and then, giggle. The wobble hog's nose twitched, its ears wiggled, and then it let out a series of the happiest, most bubbly giggles Barnaby had ever heard. It giggled and giggled until it was rolling on its back, its little paws waving in the air. Barnaby couldn't help but giggle too, catching some of the infectious joy. The wobble hog, still giggling, suddenly remembered something. It scrambled up, its eyes sparkling, and waddled over to a nearby bush. With its happy energy, it began sniffing around excitedly. And what do you think it found? Not its old acorn, but a brand new, perfectly round, shiny acorn. The wobble hog looked at Barnaby, then at its new acorn, and then let out another burst of happy giggles. It then nudged the Giggle Blossom with its nose, as if to say thank you. Barnaby smiled. He knew the wobble hog was still a wobble hog, but now it was a happy wobble hog, and all thanks to a little Giggle Blossom. Barnaby carefully placed the Giggle Blossom back where he found it, hoping it would bloom again for another creature who needed a little cheer. He waved goodbye to the still giggling wobble hog and walked home, his own heart feeling light and full of warmth. He knew that sometimes, the best adventures weren't just about finding something, but about sharing a little bit of